Alright, these may or may not be boring, skippable episodes, depending on how completionist you're feeling or whatever. But I'm gonna be on my own, doing some of the side stuff that I don't think we're gonna get around to as a group, because it already takes long enough to do all of the raids, and all of the main stories, and all of the Mandervilles, and so on. And we're getting into some stuff like the beast tribes and crafting that I want to poke at a bit. Partly because I want to unlock the dance, but also, like, I kind of would like to see that some of these Beast Tribe storylines. But they also are gated behind, like, daily rep grinds and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. I think this might turn out to be, like, one video per tribe, and they might be, I don't know, hours long, depending on how much content there turns out to be, but I think I'm just gonna sit on all the footage until I finish each one, and then put it all out at once or something, or figure out what to do with it then. So these will be like weird collections of videos, of recordings, that are all combined into one video, I think, and I don't even know if this will be the first instance of it or whatever. It might be another one might come up first. I mean, with the Moogles. Yesterday, Andrew and I started doing the stuff with the owl people that are over in the other place, and I think there's a third tribe, and then also for the Moogles, I need to do a fourth thing, which is that I need to pick up a profession and level it up to 50, because I guess that's going to be required for the Moogles altogether. So it's just a whole thing, basically, and I'm going to be recording them all in parallel, because you slowly make progress at all of them. And I'll try to unlock the daily quests for all of them, and then be like doing them whenever I get around to them in the meantime. And then eventually we get to the next tier and get the next storyline quest for a minute, and then a lot of skipping around. So these won't be chronologically in sync with the rest of the Final Fantasy XIV videos, and like there's just like an amalgamation of scenes that happened in the background while we were around, basically. I don't know, that's a messy explanation. I'm looking for Pebble for your thoughts. Where is it? Where is it? These people have so many did they stagger on the map? Something in the water. Not that. Oh no, did I not even find the right starting point? But I think I'm gonna be a culinarian, because it's supposed to be the easiest one according to multiple sources I've checked to level up. Where is Pebble for your thoughts? Oh, that you can't go in that. Is it on up top? It's right there on the map. There it is. That's probably it. So with the owls, we were able to pretty much join in right after we got flying. I already got flying in this region, but apparently there's an entire quest chain I have to do to get around here, so there's like 2 entire chains I need to go through before I can unlock their actual faction.
You there, Kupo? Yes, you're exactly the type of brawny adventurer I had in mind. You have just the perfect build for what I require. You see, the Skylords in service at Nidhogg, while always a bit of a nuisance, have become increasingly belligerent recently. Understandably, us Moogles are more than a little frightened over our marvelous Mog home, Kupo. That's why I've decided to take up arms in defense of our home by joining the Palm Guard. With me protecting them, Mooglekind will no longer have to cower in fear. There's just one obstacle holding me back. I haven't actually joined the Palm Guard yet. To do so, I must prove that I am strong enough to be a capable defender, and I need you to help me. How do we go about proving my strength, you ask? Well, we shall scour the churning mists in search of troubled Moogles, Kupo. I'll lend my sword to these poor Moogles in our darkest hour. Word of my bravery will spread far and wide. Come, adventurer, let our search begin.
Yeah, the daily quest grinds are completely incompatible with like doing a co-op series, because inevitably everyone will just fall out of sync of how far they are in the grind from day to day. And then in Effie's case, he's in New Game Plus. So he actually, I think the way it works is he can only like opt into one like retro quest line at a time. So whatever thing we're doing in the main playthrough, he's pretty stuck with, and he can't, I don't think he can multitask to other stuff. So he can't even do the stuff. Unless you already did. I don't know, whatever. It'd be a logistical nightmare to try to make this multiplayer.
Now here's a Moogle in need of my help. See this pom-pom? Now that's how I know, Kupo. It has to be somewhere around here. Is something amiss, Kupo? Why, I had recently acquired a masterfully painted pebble and wished to gaze upon it once more, but when I went to look for it, it was nowhere to be found, Kupo. Worry not, my troubled friend, I'll find this pebble for you, and soon you'll once again be enraptured by the pebble's enchanting brushstrokes. You're too kind, Kupo. I enjoyed an afternoon nap just northeast of Mogholm not too long ago. If my pebble's anywhere, it's likely to be there. Then to northeast of Mogholm we shall go, adventurer. That means you too.
It took me longer than it should have to realize two different characters were talking for a bit there, and I'm like, oh fuck, which one was which? They don't have names. They don't have names, they just have slight descriptions. I don't really like Kupos very much. But here we go. Things I do for a goofy dance that turns out to require you maxing out the reputations of 3 different beast tribes for basically all the ones of an entire expansion. Oh god. We'll see if this video ever even comes out. I mean, you know, I guess. Sup? I'm overpowered. Haha. I always want to zoom in a lot more when I'm playing as my character, because it looks more like a third-person RPG. But the moment I get on a mount, it's like really hard to see. This one's the worst one.
That was close. The monster was lucky, so I was so distracted by my search, or else I would have buried my blade in its scaly hide, Kupo. Thanks to you, however, I was able to retrieve the pebble without injury. Hurry, adventurer, you must make haste to deliver it to its worried owner.
But why? That is not the direction you went in at all. I wish I could set the game to have a fixed camera distance in gameplay versus flying. Look at this! The camera was such a comfortable distance until I got on my mount.
Oh, thank you so much for finding my prized pebble. It would have been a terrible waste of Kupo nuts had I lost it. Such a trifling task is nothing for the likes of future Palm Guard member. Now, take care not to drop the pebble again, lest I'm too far away to rush to your aid. Well, it turns out helping Moogles isn't so hard after all. At this rate, Mogholm will be worry-free in a matter of days, all thanks to us. And maybe we should spread our wings and bring help to the Moogles living outside Mogholm. Yes. Wherever a Moogle flits in frustration, Moglio will be there to lend a helping paw, Kupo.
These sounds. Ooh. Ooh. That's the samurai chunk. It's like weird Jaws face. Jeez. Significant downgrade in actual level, but it is a new cosmetic, I guess. I don't know. I don't care that much about the results. I've heard about this. These quests just like stop, and then you basically have to look up where the next one is, because it just doesn't tell you where you're going. So next quest we're looking for is the Spineless Wadgets. Yeah, I heard about this. This guy just like disappears on you. And you're like, where's the next one? There it is. It's the north part of that little chunk. Here we go. Moglio, why don't you give the new quest at your past location instead of flying away?
Just look at this Moogle, adventurer. Have you seen such a distressed expression?
I'm done for. There's no coming back from this, Kupo.
Pray tell us your distress, Kupo. We are here to serve.
Well, a friend of mine lent me one of his favorite knives, one so sharp it could cut right through a Kupo nut. He made it by whittling down a spine pulled from one of those wild Wadgets. As you see, I've been on a bit of a binge the past few days, fluttering to and fro, indulging in libations whenever the opportunity presented itself. When all was said and done, the wine was gone and the knife was nowhere to be found, Kupo. I don't recall why I bought it in the first place. My only choice is to make my friend a new knife, Kupo. But have you ever seen a Wadget? One does not simply pull a spine from one.
The situation sounds terribly troubling, but wonder not, for you won't have to risk your life standing against a Wadget because we'll do it for you. Be patient, troubled friend. Soon you'll have a Wadget's spine within your grasp. Come, adventurer, the Wadgets can be found in the northeast of here. Hurry before I slay every last one.
I'm gonna get this guy recruited into this faction, and he's not gonna do a single thing in the process. I'm just gonna do all the work the whole time. Is that where we're going? So I believe that's where we're going. You can still cast it while moving. Is it nearby? Kinda. This man has a pretty chill flying theme.
I can see the Wadgets from here, but if I get any closer, they'll sniff me out in a second. What to do? Ah, brilliant. See, all you have to do is create a distraction by attacking a Wadget whilst I fly in to pull a spine from the beast undetected. What a simply sophisticated strategy, Kupo. I'll be waiting here for you to start your attack. Fear not, I won't be far behind.
All I can think of is Wadget Eye, the developer of all those point-and-click adventure games. Sup? Done. They seem to be pretty quick quests, which is good because it looks like a lot of them. Like this is not a brief chain.
You killed it too fast. I couldn't grip the Wadget's slippery spine in time.
So they don't have to be alive.
Well, we mustn't give up, Kupo. My paws are ready. Fight another one, and I'll get it this.
What do you mean? The spine. What do the spines dissolve on death, but not when you remove them from the body? What is quest don't make no sense. You can't trick me. This is some hot nonsense. And also, why did I have to go all the way back there, by the way? Isn't he... Why wouldn't he be where I killed the... Whatever. Why are you retreating back to here after each kill?
I almost had it that time. That last one's spine would have made a suitable knife anyways. Don't tell me you're tried already, Kupo. Just one more try. Have a good feeling about this one.
You can see, I saw one of those Final Fantasy XV cars fly overhead, eclipsing us. I don't understand. Their spines should be fine after I kill them. Shouldn't matter that I kill them too fast. Hell, just get the spine yourself, Zev.
That did it. Never has a Moogle been so silently stealthy. I wager not even you saw me pull the spine from the wretched beast, Kupo. Well, I'll bring this right back to Ash.
Bye. Good thing I unlocked flying off camera beforehand. I'm not gonna bother showing the flying quest. They're so brief, and it's like a 2 sentences of context, and then you do it a little objective, then you turn it and it's over, and you're never gonna see that character again. There's like 5 quests per zone, and then you have to collect all these spots. It's mostly just a pain. But it's done for this zone and the owl zone so far. But who knows when you're seeing this. So, are you actually able to get the spine, Kupo?
I don't know. Does this answer your question, Kupo?
You actually did it. In fact, this spine's even sharper than the one before.
I'll be able to get make my friend an even nicer knife than the one he lent me. He'll surely forgive me now, Kupo. And with that, another Moogle's warriors are washed away. And there's still much more work to be done and many more Moogles and messes to clean. It's up for us to find them. Bye. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo-doo. Let me double check that list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Shit, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, it looks like you need to do 19 quests just to do these 2 storylines. And then you get Tricks and Stones, which is the actual quest that unlocks the faction. Which, that's 20 quests. It's 20 quests. Ooh. Okay, well if I have it on hand, I can at least keep track of where what the next name is. We're looking for Far From Home. Unfortunately, I have all these quests everywhere. There it is. Oh hey, convenient. It's right next to the thing. Perhaps worst of all is just the fact that they're labeled as generic quests. Those types of quests that are just everywhere that you... I don't know. At one point I assumed that they were worth doing. Like maybe the main story quest wasn't originally enough to level you up. Oh wait, no, it's for all your side characters, isn't it? When you level other roles, people often do all the other quests, I think. But normally when something is going to unlock something important, it's blue. But these quests are labeled as being the generic quest color, but they ultimately require to unlock the entire faction, so they should technically all be blue, I believe. Seems like a bit of a screw-up to me. Look, Adventure, it's another Moogle that needs our help. I wonder where his troubles will lead us, Kupo. This won't do. This won't do at all, Kupo. Oh, whatever shall I do? What's wrong, Kupo? What won't do? Well, I came here from Asa because the flowers were here bloom so lovely, and every day I've watered them without fail. And then those discourteous dragons came in and started stamping all over them, Kupo. I could only stand their lack of manners for so long until one day I gave them a stern lecture in hopes they would change their ways. But dragons being dragons, they roared and gnashed their teeth and chased me from my beloved flower bed. I have no choice now but to go back to Asa, but the dragons are stalking the road home. All I wanted to do was take care of the flowers, and now I'm trapped here, Kupo. That's quite the quandary. Aha! All I have to do is protect you on the way home. Those dragons won't dare come near my mighty blade. Adventurer, come close. We must form our battle strategy, Kupo, which is that you fight all of them, ha? Adventurer, I know you've helped me in the past, but I must ask you to let me take care of this task myself. To be a member of the Palm Guard not only requires a generous heart, but a strong arm as well. I shall guide this Moogle safely home by virtue of my own blade, Kupo. No, you won't. But there are lots of dragons in the road to Asa, and if one of them were to happen to attack, you have my permission to come to our rescue. A Moogle's no good to anyone if they become dragon fodder. Let me handle this myself, but also if a single dragon attacks, help. In what way are you doing it yourself? You're just doing it for yourself for show if nothing happens. Now that our strategy has been carefully thought through, it's time to set out. Please follow close behind, adventurer, so that you may bask in the courage of Moogle kind. It's like an Assassin's Creed mission where you have to stay like this far away, but also this close. Probably not. There's probably not that much mechanic to it. Oh no, they're being attacked by a Durgan. Who could have guessed? Anyway. Do I have to walk into the circle? Okay. It wouldn't let me hit him. Oh no. Amphitheater? Bull Amphitheater. At first I thought his name was Bull Amphitheater, and I was like, excuse me? I'm aiding you by, I don't know, vaguely stroking at your back. This coat looks pretty neat. The dragon almost cornered us, Kupo, but thanks to you, we've not suffered a scratch. Let's continue on our way to Asa. God, I'm hearing the woo in stereo from 2 of them at the same time.
This is definitely gonna go faster with flying. I don't even know if I need flying. I just figured if this is a place I need to do dailies, I should get flying. I think it was required in order to access the owl people. But for everywhere else, it at the very least is just way more convenient. Navigating this place is actually really confusing. Like, there's tons of places where it's like, this all looks connected, right? But like, if you go this way and you try to go here, you can't. You can't go from here to there. This is a cliff. It looks connected, but it's not. And like, there's a lot of that. Like, you think you can go this way? No. This is all a cliff that just isn't really labeled very well on the map. So this is a dead end and that's a dead end. You have to go all the way around, through here, over there, and over here to get upstairs. There's a lot of parts where I was trying to get the aether currents and I couldn't fly, and I was just like, how the fuck do I get there? It was just a problem. Aiding.
I almost had him that time. Just a couple more swings of this sword and the dragon would have fallen before me. Only a little further to Asa. Come, adventurer. Continue to do all of my work for me. Like everyone does in this game.
Or everyone expects of you in this game. No one does all of my work for me. That'd be a surprise.
Despite some hardships, we finally completed our journey, but adventure, I'm ashamed I wasn't strong enough to protect this Moogle on my own. When the dragons let out their terrifying roar, I couldn't do anything but cower in fear, Kupo. Fret not, Moglio. If not for you by my side, I would have never been able to return to Asa. Your courage was truly inspiring, Kupo. I thank you for your encouragement, but the Palm Guard never take a Moogle like me. The only course of action is to help more Moogles, Kupo. My courage shall not falter again. Now I'm off to find another Pom-Pom in need of aid.
They're supposed to be cute, but it's not working. They're big punchy gloves. Among other things, it doesn't hurt to have these just because they often are required for like cosmetics. That weekly 60,000 you get, it's like, oh, well, just have these gloves and dye them this color, and you're like, when was I supposed to have those? Now we're looking for a nutty initiation. I really do just have to highlight them all one by one. There it is. Yeah. It's certainly a choice that they've made. But they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna make like a whole quest chain where like every time you finish a quest, he just spawns somewhere else and you have to track him down. And then they don't share a name exactly. Oh, I have like an unturned in quest apparently. I just noticed. I like did it and didn't turn it in or something. That's a problem for later me. That's a dinosaur.
Adventurer, look! It's a Moogle from the Palm Guard, and he's been knocked unconscious. Is he napping? There's only one way to find out. Ask him, Kupo.
This is the end, Kupo.
Speak to me. What happened to you?
I was on patrol. I was caught unawares and was attacked.
You were attacked? By whom, Kupo?
A tree. It was a tree. Oh, my head.
Attacked by a tree? Adventure, I'm afraid this is nothing but a clumsy Moogle, Kupo.
My life is flashing before my eyes. If only I had brought more Kupo nuts, I could pull through. Are they like sensu beans?
It's just a slight bump to the head. He'll be flitting about in time. Nevertheless, a Moogle is in need and I shall help however I can. Adventurer, let us discuss our new strategy.
To gather nuts.
Well, everyone knows moving about when you've hit your head is dangerous. What's more, this area is crawling with carnivorous monsters, so we can't just leave him here. What's that? You'll go and get the Kupo Nut while I stand guard. Alas, once again I lack the strength to refuse your aid. Adventurer, hurry and bring the Kupo Nut before one of these mean-looking monsters decides to get curious. Getting a Kupo Nut should be as simple as asking Eorzea, who looks after Moghome's supply. If you explain the situation, he should be willing to part with a nut or two, Kupo.
Eorzea? Oh, way the heck down there again. Alright, well. Fast travel's always worth it. It's like 100 gil each time or whatever, but like, I got gil, I think. Currency. Shit. Yeah, I got like 1,000,000 gil. So 100 is just like, is nothing. It's like collectively eventually something, but not enough to worry about. Are you indoors? Eorzea? Eorzea's upstairs. There's a tiny arrow that probably only I can see. Unless you're full screening this on the PC. If you're on a phone, good luck reading that map.
What's that? A palm guard in need of a Kupo Nut? It's a terrible thing for a palm guard Moogle to be trapped out in the world without their precious nuts. Very well, take as many as you need, but bring it to him quick. Alright. Now I gotta fly all the way back. Hello? Did you guys move? Oh, were you looking for us, Kupo? An Archaeosaur was getting a little too close for comfort, so Moglio and I fled over here. Oh, my poor head, did you bring me a Kupo Nut? Here you go, you pain in the ass. Oh, thank heavens, Kupo, it's so delicious. It's been so long. Yes, I can feel it. I can feel the power. Kupo-popo. Ah, it's good to feel alive again. I must remember to bring more Kupo Nuts with me on my next patrol. You've saved my palm, Kupo. My thanks, Moglio. Without your aid, I would have met an untimely demise, Kupo. You're too kind. All I did was flee from an Archaeosaur. Nonsense, Kupo. You could have left me to be prey to the wild beasts, but you risked your pom-pom to carry me with you. You can hold your head high. But this isn't an ideal place for long-winded praise. Let us return to Moghome and seek out Captain Moglu, Kupo. Captain Moglu? Why? Whatever for, Kupo? All shall be revealed in good time. Ah, yes, your companion may come along as well, I guess. Whenever you get like a bunch of them in a room together, it's just 10 or like 100 copies of just in the background, overlapped and fucking offset. So it's just it's playing different parts of the loop all at once. You're like, no. I almost feel like this room originally was gonna have more of them in them, but they wanted to spread them out because it's just a nightmare. Oh, there's 4 of them together. That's a lot. Is he gonna get his promotion he always wanted for? Why are some of them so big? So you are the daring Moglio, of whom I have heard so much. I am given to understand you have been helping our troubled brethren across the land. I merely do what any upstanding Moogle would, Kupo, though my trusty companion here deserves much and more credit. Although you have this adventurer's hand to aid you, you must stop this one Moogle crusade. Should the worst happen, it would be a grievous loss, Kupo. Are you saying I can't even help just one more Moogle? But I just wanted to prove myself worthy of the Palm Guard. Do not make me repeat myself, Moglio. Though your intent is noble, you cannot continue helping other Moogles alone. Nay, henceforth you will do so as a member of the Palm Guard, Kupo. Me? In the Palm Guard? We could ask for no greater honor than to count you amongst our ranks. Moogles all over a brother in the palm guard among them, vouch for your skill and valor both. I can think of no worthier addition to our ranks. You're here, Kupo. Are you sure I'm strong enough? Strength is important, 'tis true, but it is not without courage, and courage is something you do not want for, Kupo. I have great expectations of you, Moglio. He has not done much so far. This is everything I've ever dreamed of, and it's even better than that time I ate 4 Kupo nuts at once. Finally, I'm Moglio of the Pongord Kupo. Welcome to the Brotherhood, Kupo. Come with me and I shall introduce you to everyone. Please, not me. Oh, a little smile. I always don't like quests where you're supposed to introduce yourself to everybody. Like, oh, just talk to 10 characters. I'm like, oh, fuck. That's always screwy pacing. I think that was Far From Home, so we're looking... No, that was Linetti Initiation, so we're looking for Protecting the Palm. There it is. Ah, adventurer. Word of your valorous deeds has spread far and wide. Pray, lend me your ear, for there is something I would ask of you, Kupo. As you know, Nidhogg's awakening has thrown our home into chaos. Our holy covenant with the great worm Raelsvelgir obliges us Moogles to oversee upkeep of Zenith, a great spire in the west. However, Nidhogg's meddlesome minions are becoming bolder by the day. Although the stalwart members of the Palm Guard are making their most valiant efforts, we are outnumbered and outmatched. I would ask you to join us in our defense of Zenith, for the sake of all Moogles of Mogholm. My second-in-command, Mogul, resides now in Assa. Speak with him to learn what aid he requires. Godspeed, adventurer. Am I done with that guy? Maybe I am. Maybe it's now I'm just helping the Mog's Guard instead of that one dude from earlier. It's not any closer to the other spot. This is gonna be a flight. Somebody's up in a big mess already. Oh, no, they're dead already. Oh, shit. Not all of them. Big cut. 3 dragons attacked me at once, Kupo. Just 2 would have been no problem, but 3? I barely escaped with my pom-pom intact, thank you. Ah, you were sent here by Captain Moglu. Well, we'd best return to Assa and talk there. I fear this area is no longer safe. We're at Assa right now, right? Okay, thank God. I was like, you're not telling me to go right back to the place I came from, are you? I've flown to and from that one town like 5 times in the last 15 minutes. Is he upstairs? Lie for me, bear. Thank you for your aid before, adventurer. The minions of Nidhogg used to keep their distance, but every day more are sighted just yalms away, Kupo. Defending Zenith has become quite a chore. Raelsvelgir holds the landmarks built by the landlords to be sacred, and has tasked Moogle kind with their upkeep, but Nidhogg's brood pay our sacred covenant no mind. We can't let them desecrate Zenith. With your help, we'll teach those brutish dragons some manners, Kupo. I know we could count on your strength. There's not much time to spare. Our operations will start henceforth. The courage of the Palm Guard shall not falter. Oopsie. Before Nidhogg's awakening, his minions didn't dare come near Zenith for fear of Raelsvelgir's holy wrath, but more and more Skylords have been sighted within yalms of the holy place, generally causing all kinds of dreadful disruptions, Kupo. Why, they could be creeping into Zenith as we speak. That's why I require your assistance in our patrols. Let us hurry to Zenith and drive away those brutish dragons. Boom, boom. Off we go. Yeah, we'll be there in a moment. Did we just save the Palm Guard? I think we did like finish a quest and pick another one up like back to back. That was like a really quick one where all I did was say hi to the guy. If I'm right. The dragons are everywhere, Kupo. Worry not, we shall take care of this cretin. Adventurer, hurry and find Maga, who should be patrolling the north of here. She could be in trouble, Kupo. I've got a flying mount. I need to increase my variety of ones that I actually like, though. I saw all the ones that are at the Golden Saucer, but I don't like a single one of them. A dragon, Kupo! Someone help! I often like it when you get to have like a fox or a wolf or something, but I've never liked any of the ones I've seen in this game so far. All the wolves are like fucked up looking. They're weird. Like they're just like, I'm like, what's wrong with them? And then the one normal looking wolf is like covered in like way too many particle effects and like spell stuff going on. I'm like, oh, it's so noisy. Calm down. I thought I was done for, Kupo. Thank heavens you were here to save me. The others may need your help. Let's hurry back to Zenith. Yep, sorry. They beat him, congrats. It would have been easy to do myself, though. Maga told me of your bravery, Kupo. Thanks to you and us, Zenith is now free of evil dragons. And what's more, not a hair of a Moogle's pom-pom was harmed, Kupo. Zenith is one of the area's most magnificent monuments, and we can't have those disrespectful dragons coming in and mucking things about, Kupo. Now that the dragons have been dispatched, we shall return to Zenith to discuss the next step. Follow us, adventurer. Bye. See ya. Zenith is a place of quiet sanctuary for Railsvagir, and none can be allowed to disturb it. This is the first time the brood of Nidhogg have dared to come so close. I fear they may intend the worst. They mean to demolish Zenith. Zenith has been under the care of us Moogles for 1,000 years, and we won't let Nidhogg's minions defile it now. The Palm Guard shall defend it with all its might, Kupo. Huh? Where's Moglio? He was sent to patrol the nearby area, but there's no sign of his green cap. I hope he didn't wander off too far. Adventurer, search for Moglio. He should be close by. Moga, start your assigned patrols, Kupo. There we go. I was wondering if that character's gonna come up again. We gotta see his arc as he like joins the Kupos, the Mog Guard, the Palm Patrol, whatever the fuck. It says he's down here. Oh, he's way back here. Adventure? A dragon attacked. So many. They've overrun Zenith. I'll be fine, Kupo. Please, tell Mogul it's too dangerous. Bye. Just leave him immediately. Not even giving him a senzu bean? For all we know, he fought one dragon and lost because I did all the fighting for him, so he never actually proved himself to be capable. And he's on his own? I thought the whole point is he's not supposed to be alone. They're like, it's too dangerous to do it alone and join the group, and then he's still alone. The fiends attacked. I wager they regret that now. Why have they come so deep into Zenith? What? Moglio was attacked, Kupo. I shall go to his aid immediately. But I worry for Maga and Magok's safety. The dragons could be lying in wait anywhere. Adventurer, seek them out and tell them Zenith is more dangerous than we imagined. This is not well, Kupo. Why are you guys splitting up? I thought the implication was that the whole point of being in this group is that you aren't split up. You should be working together. Wait, did I just turn in the quest? Oh. Okay, urgent message? An uneasy feeling. There's an uneasy feeling. Okay. I thought I was gonna go look for them, but then the quest just completed.
Like, you would have thought that that would have been like... You would have thought that it would have been in the same quest.
Oh, adventurer, I thought you were a dragon, Kupo. What? Dragons have already been spotted prowling Zenith. We can't let them run amok in our sacred palaces.
How do you not see them going around? This is a completely open line of sight area. They're dragons.
In fact, I think I can hear their impudent growls from here, but dragons are so monstrous and their claws are so sharp. Just imagining the dragons fills me with dread. But you're brave enough. Do you suppose maybe you could cross this bridge and scare away any dragons you find, Kupo?
It'd be faster if just without doing any of this dialogue, I just wiped out every dragon in this entire palace, and then we're like, okay, fine, quest absolved. Skip the 10 quests of explaining the context of me fighting the dragons. Chop, chop, chop. Oh, there's more. Are you upstairs? You're not. Are you? I guess there may be in a loop, in a circle around here. I can appreciate the fact that you go to these places and then the enemy spawns to fight you, and it's like an instanced unique enemy for you, it seems. Just because in so many MMOs you go to a place and then somebody already killed the guy, so you just gotta wait. Granted, we had that when we tried to start the press the wrong button. There we go. We had that when we tried to do the Manderville quest. The first, one of the earliest parts was an event you had to wait to spawn, and it's like, why would you do that?
There were how many dragons across the bridge? Thank heavens for you, adventurer. I would have tired out after slaying just one Kupo. Well, I shall return to my patrol. Mayhap I should keep a wide berth from this area. While you're here, I would ask one more favor of you. Mogok's also patrolling the area nearby. Pray tell him to be extra alert on his patrol. We won't want him to be dragon food too, Kupo.
These are really rapid fire. Okay, so I think we're looking for Moogle's initiation? Intuition. I misread that. Oops, not an amount.
Oh, it's the adventurer. Nothing amiss here, Kupo. What? Nidhogg's minions have been spotted and Moglio's injured. How dreadful. Come to think of it, I did see something large moving across this bridge, but I lied to you a second ago and said I saw nothing, 'cause I'm a coward. I know what to do. I shall keep watch in front of this bridge and make sure no dragons sneak across while you investigate the area, Kupo. Fear not, for I am a capable defender.
I don't believe you. I don't believe any of you can kill a single dragon except the one guy that's apparently a badass and could just mass slay them all. This is just the same quest again. You can't trick me, you just copy pasted this quest and used it twice. It is nice not having to loot anything. Loot's overrated. I mean, there's still loot, but I mean, like, you don't have to, like, think about whether or not you remember to click every single enemy in an area. Stuff just automatically goes into your inventory or whatever. And I think loot is relatively sparse in this game, too, even on top of that. Otherwise, my inventory, my bags would be so full of garbage and full every episode if there was like WoW levels of random trash coming out of all the enemies for you to sell. It's like, just give me the money.
To think the servants of Nidhogg have the nerve to come all the way here. Thank you, adventurer, for ridding Zenith of their presence. Well, I shall resume my patrol. No dragon shall escape my watchful gaze, Kupo.
Bye. Now we're looking for the trouble at Zenith. So we're about there. Yeah, that's the one that's right there. So after the initial part, the quests got more close together and followable.
Mogok and Moga have given me their reports. Adventurer, tell me what you saw while patrolling Zenith, Kupo.
God, we're hearing the sounds so much at once.
As I thought, Nidhogg's minions were already in Zenith. But if their aim was to destroy it, then why haven't they done anything more? Were they just here to attack us? Mogul, why do these dragons wish to destroy Zenith, Kupo? Moglio, you've just joined the Palm Guard, so we haven't had the time to tell you the whole story. 1,000 years ago, when the Skylords and Landlords lived together in peace.
The landlords? That's a different implication, man.
They built this palace to stand as a symbol of their friendship. But as you know, war broke out between them, and Nidhogg and his servants wrought destruction upon the landlords. Of the structures that the landlords built, only this palace, so loved by the great worm Resvelgir, remains. A symbol of friendship? If they can't bring down the whole tower, they must mean to destroy its most symbolic part, Kupo. Its most symbolic part? That couldn't mean. Oh no, Kupo, they mean to destroy the spire. The spire is right above us. Mogok, Mocha, the two of you come with me. Moglio, you still need to rest. Remain here and stay out of sight of errant dragons, Kupo.
Why don't they all have helmets?
Wait, I feel so useless, Kupo.
That's fine. Everyone's useless except that guy. That's the secret.
Well, I may not be able to help, but you're here, Kupo. You must help the others in my stead. Follow them and protect the spire, Kupo.
Whee! It's gonna go straight up. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. The wolf that has too many effects on it. It's just too much. There's way too much on that thing. Oh, I'm going higher. Woo! Oh, this would be a horrible experience to be inside this car. As it goes and 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 goes.
Ah, so you've brought a member of mankind to fight.
Is that what I am?
To fight alongside you. You have done so well to survive the attacks of my minions. But where they failed, I shall succeed. Your corpses will fill my belly as the last remnants of mankind burn before me.
You're not even gonna last long enough for me to charge up my super attack. Oh god, he's super not. Holy shit.
Such a dreadful dragon, and you gave him a thrashing of a lifetime. Their plan lies in shambles, and Zenith stands proud, Kupo.
Zenith is safe. Those dragons will think twice before coming here again, Kupo.
I think I mixed them up. They look the same. I don't know.
At last, we can finally rest our wings. We've barely had time to stop and look at what we're protecting. But now that we do, is there a sight as breathtaking, Kupo?
It looks like a Team Ico game's about to happen here.
Aye, its beauty is unrivaled. Alas, time has not been kind to it.
Every day the cracks run longer and more bricks come loose, and there's little we can do to stay the ravages of time.
Spackle.
I often wonder if Resvelgir is saddened by the sight, Kupo.
You know stonemasons exist, right?
It's not for us to know the Great Worm's feelings. What matters is that we honor the Covenant and continue keeping Zenith clean and safe. Yes, the Covenant our ancestors formed with the Great Worm Resvelgir. We protect his precious memories, and in return he protects us. The Great Resvelgir has suffered the sting of betrayal once already, and we shall not be the ones to betray him again. Until the day clouds of sorrow blot the skies no longer, we shall remain true to him. Oh, Kupo. Are you crying, adventurer? Our apologies, we don't mean to get so sentimental. Worry not. This isn't a time for sadness. Cheer up, because thanks to you, the Palm Guard has the courage to be even better, Kupo. We'll patrol Zenith one more time to make sure no more nasty dragons are lurking about. Pray return to Mogholm and tell Captain Moglu of our valiant deeds here.
Your valiant deeds, huh? I see how it is. Yep, that's what's happening. You're doing everything. Famously. Ah, crap, I clicked on something. Taking me to some other screen. There we go. It's like, it's the grand war against the evil dragons. It's a legacy. It's gonna take, we need 10 quests to tell the story. Like, I collectively killed like 8 dragons. Sup?
A fearsome dragon at Zenith. I dread to think what might have happened had you not been on hand. My thanks to for your aid, adventurer. It is as Mogok says, come what may, we will continue to honor the sacred covenant of Hresvagir, Kupo. Would that we could do more. Had we but the knowledge, we could restore Zenith to its former glory. But we haven't, and it avails us not to dwell on what we cannot do. Nay, we must focus our energies on what we can do, and that is, protecting Zenith. My Moogles have performed their duty most admirably this day, and they shall be rewarded with Kupo nuts. Kupo nuts.
It's like Kupo catnip or something. Only moderately distressing. That thing is really steep. It can't be that comfortable, right? Sleeping in a weird bed. It looks like a cake made out of like fish eggs. Gross, that was a sentence. Okay, back to it. Into the mists. I just finished getting I became a culinarian and got it up to level 50? Maybe 51? I don't know. Because I'm prepping in the background in a parallel campaign, basically, to do the crafting that seems to be required for Moogle, but we still need to finish unlocking Moogle with another story arc. This is way longer than it took with the Owls. I've been looking for you, Zev. Commander Handloop of the Temple Knights is an urgent matter he'd like to discuss with you. It would seem your strength is required once again. Pray make your way to the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly and lend an ear to his request. Bye. Dumb Brown. Where's that? Let's head on over. But yeah, I said in the culinarian video, and it's worth mentioning here too, that like, if I'm like misspeaking and misreading more than normal and so on, it's because I am kind of tired in these videos. Like, I basically see multiplayer videos as like bonus content that's less important than the main videos that are actually on the schedule and everything. And this is me doing like side stuff in my free time about the single player stuff that I would never reasonably get done with my friends. So it's like, it's kind of the lowest priority, like get it done whenever I have some time kind of thing, as opposed to like when I'm at my peak for performing or whatever. Hello, main story. One day we'll get back to you. Almost clicked on it on accident.
The adventurer who felled the dread worm Nidhogg is here at last. I have a request that requires the strength of one such as you. We wish to know the current state of the churning mists, now that Nidhogg has been laid low. To that end, we have planned a reconnaissance mission that aims to gather information on the churning mists. Mian here will be leading the mission, and I would ask that you aid her with your knowledge, as well as your strength. If you wish to aid us, pray speak to her.
Dragoon armor is just a train wreck. Look at this.
Ah, so you're the adventurer Zev I've heard so much about. Well met, friend. I am Mian, and I'll be leading our mission into the churning mists. I know Sir Handloop has spoken to you already. Will you be leading us your assistance? It is an honor to have the aid of one who felled the mighty Nidhogg. As you already know, we hope to strike deep into the heart of what was once Nidhogg's domain. However, the churning mists remain an uncharted territory for us. I would ask that you teach us all to know of the place, of the beast dwelling within, and any information that could aid our mission. I see. You have my thanks, Zev. With this information to guide us, we can plan a secure route to our destination. We shall take the airship and make anchor in the Rookery. We shall begin preparations for our departure shortly. Let us meet at the Rookery, Zev. And I guess this somehow connects back to the Moogles? I'm trying to get the Moogle storyline. The Rookery. Where the hell's that? Out in the world, I guess. I still have a lot of chunks of map that I haven't filled in here. Oh, I probably can't fly here, huh? Oh, I can fly here. How did I unlock flying? Is this a Heaven's Ward location? I assume it is. How did I unlock flying and not have the map filled in? You think I would have done that like in the process? Oh, I know, this is this zone. Yeah, now I recognize this place. Yeah, I remember where I am now. I guess I just need to go flying off into the abyss to fill in the rest. So this is the churning mists. 'Tis the first time I've set foot in the Horde's stronghold. For the safety of the Holy See, we must needs ascertain the movements of the Horde, now that Nidhogg no longer guides them. Nonetheless, this place fills me with a sense of unease, it's as if someone or something is watching us. Ah, 'tis best not to pay nervous fancies any mind. We shall begin our mission shortly. May it end without incident. Why is your belly not covered? Like, you've gone through the effort of wearing heavy armor, and then your entire belly is just exposed, which is like where all the organs are, which is a large part of why you'd want to be, you know, armored. I have felt ill at ease since our arrival, as if something has been watching us. It would be best for us to remain here in case any dragons should lie in ambush, lest we alert them to our suspicions. Zev, pray investigate the area for any sign of dragons lurking in the shadows. Just a feeling, huh? That's apparently all it takes. Are these the shadows? Hello. Oh god, he's a big boy. He like barely resembles a dragon. He looks like a Pokemon. Nope, I'm behind you. Can't get me here. Is that? Oh, that's just purple. It's not the purple zones you investigate, it's just purple. For me for a loop. Goodbye. Oh god, help, 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 help. There's one out. Okay. Looking for more perp. Hit me with that perp, bro. That's fake perp. Your perp is fallacious. I don't think that meant down there. But I don't see anything. I mean, I see dragons here. Do they count? No, I've got to
Go to the designated areas. Cool, where are they? Oh, you know, just like around. Being designated. Could you designate where the designated areas are? Nah. Just like around. Dude, I don't see anything. Oh, there it is. Sup, you get the special attention. Charging my fireball. There goes all his health. As I thought, the dragons tried to take us unawares. We used the cover of the clouds to escape the horde's wrath in the skies, but it seems the dragons here have caught wind of our arrival. Nevertheless, we cannot waver now, simply because danger may lie ahead. We shall proceed with the scouting as planned, Zev. Pray ready yourself. This mission may prove to be more difficult than we anticipated. Zev, we have need of your aid once again. A unit of scouts has been dispatched to the northeast, and I would have you bolster their strength. I was meant to go myself, but I've received a report that a dragoon from another scouting party is wounded. I will go and assist them. I apologize. The burden must fall on you, but we have no other choice. Godspeed, Zev. Here we go! Time to discover that chunk of map. There it is. There's another one to the north, too. I might take this mount off of rotation. It's just cumbersome. It's so much. Pretty much only got it for the FOMO of like, oh god, this event's gonna go away. Ah, the mighty Zev has come to our aid. Mianna sent word that she would come herself, but to have the adventurer who slew Nidhogg come is an unexpected godsend. We hope to use this area as a base for our scouting missions, but the blood dragons stalking about are making things a bit difficult. Mayhap you could help us by slaying, say, 3 of them? I'll try to keep up with you. It's always like 1 or 3. One of the quirks to get used to. You're like, oh shit, quests are over immediately. It's actually shocked. It's continually surprising how brief quests are in Final Fantasy XIV. You're like, oh man, all right. They want me to get a move on. If you didn't care about the story, which is fairly common in MMOs, then you would skip the dialogue, and the quest would be over in like 30 seconds most of the time. It's easy to see how Effie, who was skipping the dialogue, quickly beat the entire game and then went on to like max out every character relatively quickly when he played ahead. I don't know if he necessarily didn't care about the story, but he, the idea of skipping the dialogue in his case was because he doesn't want to spoil what's happening in the playthrough. But it does lead to a weird situation where he's seen every, like, dungeon and all the locations, but he doesn't, like, know what's happening in any of it. Which, admittedly, in our playthrough of A Realm Reborn, most of us didn't know what was happening the first time through, and we were paying attention. There's at least one guy that was really mad, like, you guys won't even listen. It's like, we're literally reading the dialogue aloud to each other. It's just, it's really hard to absorb anything during the first campaign because it's so stale and so drawn out. You made quick work of those dragons. I was only able to slay 1 myself. We should be able to begin scouting in earnest now, thanks to you. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo-boo-boo. That was cleaning house. Next up was Finders Keepers. Do you have that one? Yes. Gods damn it. They're nowhere in sight, you see?
the blood dragons got a little too close for comfort not too long ago, and while trying to drive them off, I lost track of 2 very valuable Atherometers. We used them to measure the aether levels in the churning mists, and they were specifically made for this thin atmosphere, and are nigh irreplaceable. If we don't return with them intact, our mission here will have been for naught. Please, Zev, help us locate them. Atherometers. That's a lot of word. Either way off from where you were. Maybe a dragon flew off with them. Nope, there's one. Sup? Did I unlock? Oh yeah, I unlocked a new ability recently. It uses 25 of my meter to just do a big ol' attack. Let's see. Yeah, big potency attack. And this is the potency next weapon skill. Does everything count as a weapon skill? Do they say weapon skill on them? Oh, that's not a good example. These guys? Weapon skill. Ability. Ah, okay. I was like, shouldn't I do Hisatsu Kaiten then Hisatsu Shinten to do 640 potency? But it says weapon skill, so it should only work on these guys. Yeah, I think my finisher is the best one I have, because the third version of the finisher is my highest damage attack. But now I can just spew one of those things out whenever I want to. I guess. Oh, there it is. I wonder if they cut down the missions to have fewer objectives when they supposedly streamlined the game, or if the streamlining was just them removing a bunch of missions that made the main story too long. Which is astonishing, because the main story was already too long in its shortened version, which, holy shit, what was it like? It's even more nuts when you think about it as being the second attempt after the supposed MMO that was so bad that they had to take it down, I guess. How goes your search for the Atherometers? Many thanks, Zev. Let's see. Excellent. The measurements seem to be intact. With this, the first step of our mission ends in success. I'd hate to ask another favor of you, but could you please bring these Atherometers to Mayan? I'll remain here to continue my duties. Mayan is not near a teleport, so we're gonna have to go the longish way for a bit. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like we have 9 missions this time. So last arc was 10, this time is 9. And we're about to be done with the 4th one. So we're about to be halfway there. Oop. So, how are the scouts to the northeast faring? I trust with your help there haven't been any mishaps. Ah, the measurements for the Atherometers have already been completed. Let's see. Gods be good, Sir Estinine's report included mention of the Airy, but we didn't anticipate the etheric energy to be this powerful. If we send this to the congregation, they should be able to glean even more information in their analysis. You have our thanks, Zev. Zev, while you were assisting our scouts in the northeast, 2 locations were discovered to the west that appear to be ancient battlefields. I think these would be ideal places to make etheric measurements. I've sent scouts to each location already, but the ever-present threat of attack makes it difficult for them to obtain accurate readings. Please, Zev, ensure their safety while they perform their duties. Head to the Sultan walls first, and meet with my scout. He'll let you know what's required of you. Well, he's way the heck up here.
I was like, where am I missing him? How is he higher than the island?
Ah, Zev, my aunt sent word of your arrival. Your strength shall prove to be a tremendous help to our work. This area is crawling with dire sores, making it impossible to set up the Atherometers to obtain accurate readings. We need to provide a distraction while we set up the Atherometers. If you slay 3 of them, that should help. That should provide us ample time. I love how often they say exactly 3. Kill exactly 3 of these dudes. Again. Extra, extra.
Can I get a second guy? I don't think so. Bad news. And then you get my new attack. Big stab. That was my 320. Let's get zoomed in there to get a better look at that attack. Boom. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much just a stab. Needless application of a bleed to a dying dude. I think I just eventually get the urge to do anything complex. The entire concept of a DPS rotation just doesn't really apply to trash mobs that are lower level than you. You just kind of smack them with 2 random attacks and they're dead.
Roar and gnash their teeth as they might, the dire sores were no match for the likes of you. We managed to set up the Atherometers without incident, though I must admit it would have been a treat to see you fight a bit longer.
No, I don't want to talk to the dire sore. I want to talk to the person in front of me. Are you insane?
I must wait until the Atherometers are done with their measurements. Do you think you could check on the scouting party at the other battlefield? They've been dispatched to the north and no doubt are facing the same troubles I have. Pray help them if they require it.
Bye. You probably noticed I only have 3 favorite mounts, and I'm thinking of removing one of them. Gotta get more to my taste. A lot of stuff's not even accessible until you just get high enough level to even be there, which means finishing the story, which is the thing I can't change. That's just the pace at which our series is going. Every scheduling conflict reduces it by a week again, or technical difficulty, or increases it by a week.
Ah, it's the adventurer. You've come just in time. I'm in dire need of help. I finished setting up the Atherometers, but on the way back to my post, a dire sore attacked and stole my scouting report. I'm not sure which one made off with the report, but I don't think it could have gone far. I'll do what I can to help you find it.
You mean I'll do what I can to help you find it? What do you mean you'll do what you can to help me find it? Boom. Another stab. Might as well just spend it directly instead of trying to charge up some long-term thing. Don't have it yet. Charge. I didn't make it over the ledge, but it still hit him. No, not there. And a shocking turn. This one's going to take more than 3 kills. I don't know how I'm going to cope. These dudes don't even aggro on me. The level gap's high enough that I can walk directly into them and they don't care. But not high enough that they get one shot. So, were you able to find the report? That's it. I was in the middle of writing it when the dragon attacked me and laid its grubby paws on it. I can't thank you enough for your help today. Why would they steal the paper? A meter too far. Now that my report has been completed, I can continue with a more detailed survey. But first, we must collect the 3 Atherometers set up around the area. I hate to impose on you again, adventurer, but can you collect them for me? This is a very padded quest chain. The Moogle one had like character arcs to some extent and had characters doing things a bit. This is just the dragoons are just doing general Atherometer work in the dragon space, just like all over the place. Here's slight variations on the same problem over and over again. Either find Atherometers or place them, or find the homework that was stolen from the person who manages the Atherometers, or kill the monsters that are in the way of the Atherometers. It's the story. There's no story, unfortunately. Oh well, we'll be there soon. We're already in the final 3 quests, and I just finished this one, so 2 more to go. Once I turn it in. You have my thanks, adventurer. The etheric measurements seem to be in order. The scout to the south has completed his readings as well, has he not? On your return, pray collect the Atherometers from him as well. Once you have collected all the Atherometers, deliver them to Mayen. Pray hurry, an airship should be coming to collect our measurements soon. I shall continue my scouting and return by a different route. When I started this, I thought I was going to meet up with Mayen and go on a whole, like, mission with her. On a crusade against the dragons or something. Instead, more or less what happened is she was like, hey, I already have a bunch of dragoons all over this area of similar looking islands, and they all are doing Atherometer readings. So just like check on all of them. And that's the entire story arc? That's nuts to me. There's only 2 out of 9 left, and like, they just kind of wasted the time. They're just kind of like, whatever. It's good to see you again. So you've come to collect the Atherometers. Well, the measurements should be complete by now, but I haven't taken the time to make sure just yet. I hate to bother you, but could you collect them for me? I would like to examine them before you bring them to Mayen, so bring them here before departing. We are genuinely doing the same mission over and over again now. Well, it's all to get that dance. There's an irony to the fact that I've been doing daily quests for the owls, and those daily quests are less repetitive than this quest chain. And they're inherently repetitive. It's a small pool of quests repeating every day, and you do 3 of them. But this is more repetitive already. Remarkable. But we'll be done soon. Where the fuck is it? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. You're basically just dealing with the fact that you're lazy. That's my quest. There it is. What did you do? I guess you technically placed the Atherometers while I distracted them by killing 3 of them. That was the one part where you did something. Yes. These measurements should prove to be satisfactory, adventurer. Please bring these to Mayen along with the Atherometers from the Northern Scout. Don't even know each other's names. The Northern Scout. Zev, you're back. A dragon caught me unawares, but I'll be fine after some treatment. What news to the Scout's report? Why don't we travel in groups? What value does this location even have? Thank the 12, they've completed their measurements without an incident. This land is proving to be more dangerous than we had anticipated. Ah, the pain. I can scarce stand. Zev, pray put the Atherometers into that sealed crate over there. But I'll break the seal in the process, and then it won't be a sealed crate anymore. You think about that? You have my thanks, Zev. What in the 7 hells was that thing? Here, that's probably not very good at this point, but let's check. Oh god, it's really bad. Oh yeah. No, we'll take the money. And then I'll forget to sell it, like usual. The RB Dragons. As if to call me out, I was like, and I already finished this quest, and then there was like 4 more steps to that quest. But now that one's done, we're on the last 2. Zev, the potion is doing its work, but before long I'll be fully recovered. I was investigating the lower layer of the Rookery when a hulking shadow blotted my vision. I managed to fight the beast off and escape, but I fear it still stalks this place. 'Twould be a grievous error to let it live. The Dragoons could come to harm. I would ask you slay the beast for us. Once the deed is done, bring something from the beast, anything that would aid in identifying the true nature of the dragon. What if I bring you his head? Solves all the problems. You're like, oh yep, that sure is a dragon, and also it's dead, so we're done with the problem. Boom. Gotcha. The lower layers, you say? Can I just fly down on the outside? I believe I can. It's not even a new character model. It's just the same dude I've been fighting this whole time. That's the mastery of the Rookery? The master of the Rookery is like the same enemy. I think he died in the same number of hits, so I don't think he was even stronger. I cannot in good conscience let our dragoons scout the area while the beast still lives. Were you able to track it down? Yeah, it's easy. Maybe you're just not very good at this. You pulled this from the beast's corpse? This armor dates back to before any of us were born. But there can be no mistake, it was forged in Ishgard. This must mean the dragon was once a heretic, and drank of the dragon blood until he... The gilding on the armor indicates it's hundreds of years old. What would drive a man to choose to become that? I think a lot of people will be like, I could be a dragon? Cool, let's go. To a heretic. Does such a transformation indicate transcendence? Mayhap 'tis not for me to understand the mind of a heretic. Nevertheless, we owe you our thanks for ridding us of that abomination. Oops. That's the final one. Well, it seems we've completed surveys of all ancient battlefields thanks to you. However, I have one last request to burden you with. I would ask you to deliver 2 things to Sir Headloop of the congregation. Firstly, I would have you deliver the sealed crate containing the Atherometers. Secondly, I ask you retrieve the observation log from the scout to the northeast. I shall inform my scouts at each location that our mission is complete. Then we shall return to Ishgard together. Once again, you have my thanks. We would not be able to finish our mission without you. I'll open the sealed crate. And then over here. Yeah, because I met with this guy before, didn't I? Is there going to be a twist? Are you under attack? Are you a heretic? I received word from Sir Man and have written down detailed information from my observations. Pray bring it to Sir Hadloop at the congregation. The other scouts and I will remain behind at this point and continue with our work until Mayan calls for us. Give Sir Hadloop our regards, adventurer. Boop. Bye. Hearing footsteps. I think those are mine when I turn around. Sprinting. Imagine playing this game in first person. Walking around town in first person can be kind of nice, but combat would be a nightmare. A lot of wondering what you're even seeing.
Ah, Zev, it seems the operation at the Churning Mist was a success. What exactly did our scouts discover?
I discovered that you're in need of a haircut.
Ah, these Atherometers in the observation log will prove invaluable. However, this news that Mayan was attacked by a heretic turned dragon is troubling. I've been mulling over the information you and Estinine have brought to light. It's to think that one time dragonkind and mankind once coexisted, yet now we must contend with dragons born of heretics in this never-ceasing conflict. It is much too early to say if the news of our once peaceful past should be given credence, but it would be foolish to reject it outright. The best course of action would be to become more familiar with the history of the Churning Mists. It is only through knowledge that we can decide our next step. Estinine's report contained detailed information on the Moogles that inhabit this area. Mayhap they would provide an invaluable resource for us. So there's the Moogle connection finally. Zev, it seems you've developed a bit of a relationship with them, have you not? I apologize for asking another favor of you so soon after you've returned, but I would be grateful if you could help us strike up our own relationship with them. You have my thanks. I shall personally accompany you to ensure this meeting goes favorably, and to show the Moogles my proper respects. We shall depart shortly, Zev. I shall see you at our destination. It's time to meet the Moogles that I already know, but like again. Back to Moghome.
Ah, Zev. I see you haven't chosen a proper Moogle name, Kupo. What would you ask of me today? There are those from the surface that wish to know the history of this land. Very well, if you vouch for them, I see no reason to refuse their request. However, I would ask one thing of you in return. The Moogles wish to live in peace, and we can't do that if war rages across the land, Kupo. As long as our desires are understood, I'd like nothing more than to meet these new friends. Now, where can we find Sir Handloop? Like right... Wait, is that a player? I don't think it's him. Excellent, Kupo. I shall dispatch members of the Palm Guard to escort him at once. Zev, please go along with them. They may be shy around so many new visitors from the surface, Kupo.
Is this guard on the surface? Yeah, I guess it is. Ishgard's like a mountain town, so I guess it is from the surface. Oh, the same spot again? They just really like the spot, apparently.
Welcome to the Churning Mist, Kupo. Moglin has told us about you. It's our pleasure to guide you to Moghome. Ah, where are my manners? I am Commander Handloop of the Temple Knights. We are honored to receive your guidance. Furthermore, we appreciate your willingness to impart on us your knowledge of the Churning Mists. If there is aught you would require in return, we would gladly repay your kindness. Sir Handloop, you come from a large city on the surface, yes? You might have exactly the knowledge we need, Kupo. We've long yearned to learn how to repair stone structures. If we did, we could repair Zenith with our own paws.
And there it is, the masonry that I was talking about. They just genuinely don't know how to do it.
Us Moogles have a sacred agreement with the great worm Resvelgir that binds us to protect the Holy Tower, but after 1,000 years, time has worn its luster. Zenith is beloved by Resvelgir. and stands as a symbol of the friendship between the landlords and the skylords. If we could restore its former glory, maybe the bond between your two races would be revitalized as well. Indeed. The Holy See's knowledge of stoneworking is vast. Very well. Although the road ahead of me may be difficult, I will do all within my power to convince the Holy See to send stonemasons and carpenters to do what they can. You are too kind, Kupo. Hopefully, however, there is one more thing I wish to ask of you. It may be too soon to allow so many people from the surface into Friesvelgir's beloved tower. It could unnerve him. For now, we would ask that you teach us what we can at Mogholm, and then we can use our own paws to repair Zenith. It may start with us repairing but a single brick, but if we keep at it, soon Zenith will sparkle as it hasn't in a millennium, Kupo. I understand the Moogle's concern. I know all too well that 1,000 years of animosity cannot be forgotten overnight. Let us work with diligence, and brick by brick we shall rebuild that which has been lost. I'm glad we've come to an agreement, Kupo. Now let us be off to Mogholm. There's so much more to share with you.
And there's these things. I have no idea which of these to prioritize, honestly. Yeah? Well, there we go. And then it says we then do this quest, Tricks and Stones. For like the third time, you have to just kind of figure out where to go, because it just kind of dumps you. Actually, well, way more than the third time. The Moogle storyline constantly just warped around the map. You had to figure out where he went next. Let's see, we're in the Turning Mists. We're looking for Tricks and Stones.